Hey there, crew. Matt Vasallo here with the rhinestoneworld.com. So we got an awesome question for the Ask Matt today that came in from Emma on Snapchat. And Emma's question was, Matt, at what time in your business did you realize it was time to focus strictly on the custom apparel and the decal side of the business and get out of your regular job, which at the time for me was teaching high school? So that was a really difficult decision because, as you know, many of you that have full time jobs as it is right now and are looking to get out of that full time job and commit fully to this side of the business, you need to have enough income to obviously be able to live off of. So, we obviously had our children. I was a teacher, my wife was a teacher, and we were doing the decal world side of the business after hours. So, basically, as soon as we got home from teaching and coaching, we went straight into the business, worked all night, and did that for a long time. So when I finally felt it was time to get out of the teaching side of it and really make that commitment and make that change and put basically all of my chips into the decal world side of the business, it was a few years into it. Okay. It took a while to get to that point, but once I realized that I could supplement that income. So fortunately, yet unfortunately, as a teacher, it's not a very big salary. So I didn't have a whole lot to supplement, right? But I could come close to supplementing that income, okay? Because what I did is when we were growing the business, we didn't use any of that money as extra money. So we didn't go on trips and do different things and buy more things than we thought that we could afford. We put all of that money back into the business and did that to keep growing the business. So even though we were making more money, we didn't use any of that money to actually just spend on, and we were still very frugal with the things that we did. So that allowed the business to grow quicker because we could get more equipment and we could get more blanks and all the different things software wise that we could grow the business with. And that allowed us to get to that point a little bit quicker. Now, it was still a very difficult decision because as soon as you get out of teaching in the state of Florida, to get back in is nearly impossible. Okay, so it was a really big commitment and a really big risk. We even got to the point where we sold one of our cars just to have a little bit of extra money to put towards it, just to have for that rainy day funds. Okay, so I did know, however, at least I figured that when I could focus on this side of the business full time, that it was really going to take off because we could see what we could do in the limited time that we had and just those nights and weekends to be able to grow the business between doing events and things like that. I knew when I could focus nonstop 24 hours a day strictly on the business, I was going to succeed. I was going to do it, and I made it happen. So for a while there, Lorene was still teaching just so we still had some income. And I went strictly to the business side of it and did all of the decal world side of it to grow that. But luckily for us, and I wouldn't really say luckily because I worked my butt off, okay? And Lorene and I both worked our butts off, and it was nonstop business. It wasn't going out with friends, it wasn't doing stuff on the weekends. It was working on the weekends, it was working at night. Our Friday night date nights were making some decals and trying to make some new contacts and go out and get business because we knew that if we kept doing that, it was eventually going to pay off. And then down the road, Lorene actually got out of the teaching side of it as well, to where we were both doing the business full time. So it's always going to depend. There's never really a specific time of when that can happen. It's whenever you feel like, okay, my business is as I knew that the business was as far as it could go with us both still working full-time jobs. There was no other time in the day. I would have many, many nights where I didn't sleep at all. So there was no other time in the day to grow the business anymore. And at some point, we had to make that commitment and make that change and make that dedication to say, you know what, we can do this. Let's take a chance. It was me first. We obviously kept growing the business from there. And obviously, it all paid off for us. So don't think that just because you quit your other job or quit your other full-time job that it's just going to take off. Make sure, do the numbers, make sure you are going to be okay with it, and you have to put in the work. So when I quit my full-time job, believe me, I was working just as much, but it was strictly on this side of the business. Now, all of that time during the day where I was teaching, I could go out and get new customers. And like, believe me, like in Gabe's video that he made earlier today, you're going to get 100 no's before you get one yes. And I was fine with that, okay? Because it motivated me to keep asking, meeting new people. I didn't send out random emails. I went and met people. I went and spoke with people. I called people. Everything. I wanted to meet every single one of our customers or potential customers, all of our fundraisers, to be able to get out, get to know them, build that relationship with them. And that's where I think really helped us succeed in this side of the business. So hopefully that question and that answer helped you out. But please know, just because you have a business, the customers are not going to come to you. Just because you have some sales doesn't mean it's always going to stay there. You always need to stay ahead of the game. You always need to keep working, because if you stick with what you're doing that's working right now and you don't make changes and grow as different trends go on and different things change in the industry and the business, you will get left behind and then you will struggle. So always stay ahead, always working, always thinking about everything in the future, but not just your successes that you're having right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment below. And if you like these, please click the like button. Let me know that you like these on YouTube right here. Comment below. Give me some more amazing questions. You guys all have some awesome questions. I love answering these questions. And it's so easy to talk about these questions because I can just speak from experience. So hopefully you all have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Later.